Welcome back to my little channel. Today I've got a really funny story. Well, maybe it's not really funny, maybe it's something to be worried about, but I'm going to tell it to you anyway. It is going to be about Dutch politicians. I'm not going to bother you with the names of these Dutch politicians. I might mention the party they are from, but it's not really that important. What is important is what the hell is going on. Now, one Dutch politician who has been claimed that he has been letting off ideas time and again which are useless, and basically he says he's doing it so that he can sense what people think about it. He's been criticized for this, so as a ludicrous action he launched 500 balloons, basically saying these are my ideas, into the wild yonder. And this prompted another political party to go to the police for a crime against the environment, because this is bad for the environment. Now, okay, first off, the party that did the balloon thingy, well, the guy from the party that did the balloon thingy, checked, and they have latex balloons which are naturally decomposing, so just to be as little of a footprint as possible. So they already covered their bases before this happened. But at the same time, in the Netherlands, we often have small activities where kids can let up balloons and whatnot. It's never been an environmental crime. But now, because there might be a political gain to be made, they tell the police to look into someone letting off a few balloons. These balloons were not filled with chemical gases. Well, that's not true. They might be filled with helium, which is chemical, let's be honest, but it's not detrimental to anyone's health. They're not biological weapons. They're not, as far as I know, filled with explosives. I don't see the crime in this. But a Dutch political party felt that this was ample reason to get the police involved. How much more political correct can you guess? Oh no, I don't want you to have a balloon. Get the police. Seriously though, this is I can't even make a joke about this because this is too fucking hilarious. I'm trying not to laugh, which you might have noticed by now, but at the same time, it does upset me a little bit, because this basically means that if you do something that, or some of those social do-gooders deem inappropriate for whatever reason, they'll not talk to you. They'll not try to have an open discussion. No. They go to the police and try to call this a crime. And the police has to look into this. Luckily, it didn't take very long, because oh, so he let up 500 balloons? Yeah, did he? Okay. Metal balloons? No? Okay. Armed balloons? No? Okay. Why the hell are you bothering us? But politicians doing this. It's like, okay, someone said something nasty about Trump. Let's call in the police. Freedom of speech? No, this is not a good example because someone is polluting the atmosphere. Well, I could argue that you're polluting the atmosphere every time you exhale. Because let's be honest, every time you exhale, you put CO2 into the atmosphere, which is bad. I mean, people die from CO2 poisoning. They do. It really happens. Yeah, but plants need it to grow. Yeah, I know, but that's not the point. It's the same with those balloons. They're not damaging anyone. Well, that's not true, because a bird might eat some of it and he might actually choke because of it. People still die of CO2 poisoning too. Yeah, sure, things happen, but for fuck's sake, 500 balloons. It's not as if he's going to kill the world. I mean, we're stupid enough to fall for this bullshit of disallowing straws. Well, luckily in the Netherlands they haven't done that yet, but California is right on there. So we believe the bullshit of the ecological mafia. And they are getting away with this. Please, people, share this. Share this, and I will have some links downstairs to prove you I'm not making this bullshit up. I wish I were. In all fairness, reality is so much stranger than any fantasy I could come up with, that's for sure. But share this, because this is what a dystopia looks like. You cannot do what you want. You cannot say what you want, because someone else will find a reason why it may be harmful to someone or something else. Not that it is harmful, because if it were harmful, I'm like, okay, maybe you got a point. Don't drop benzene into the river because it's bad for the fish. I can understand that bit, which is still rubbish because we still use stuff to drive our cars. But fair enough, I can understand that way. It's a trade-off. Yeah, it's a trade-off. We use fuel because we need the cars. It's a trade-off. We know it's not so good for the environment, but it's a trade-off because it's good for us. But this is a no crime. Yeah, but balloons. Honestly, I know I'm rambling. I'm going to end it now, but I had to share this with you guys. I'm really curious what you think. Do you have examples of politicians starting fights with other politicians for even stupider reasons than letting off a few balloons? I'm willing to hear that. I'm curious to hear them. Anyway, like, share, subscribe if you feel so inclined, and I hope to see you all next time.